I want to welcome back, joining me this week on the news review, Vivian Kai Loco, ever brightening my day and the show. How are you?
That is for me.
No, me, I'll just stating my reality. No, please, it's my reality. Maybe I was here yesterday.
I'm well. How are you?
I'm good. Yeah.
Good. How was your weekend?
Quiet and restful.
Your holiday?
Quiet.
Restful.
And restful. Yeah.
I
like quiet days, you know. So yeah. So once it's quiet for me,
quiet days are priceless.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you want to start?
Oh no, I think you should start.
Okay,
yes,
I'll start with the Daily Graphic. Nkrumah Not Soul Nation's founder, Akufo-Addo stirs debate.
Okay.
And then Mahama states will resist attempt to rewrite country's history. Still on the front page of the Daily Graphic, Road to Election 2024, experts write of minority parties. And then still with the Daily Graphic, women heads of electoral bodies must consolidate democracy. This is Jean Mensah, the EC chairperson, speaking. So that's some of the top stories from the Daily Graphic. And then at the back of the paper, it says, I will prioritize special education. Dr. Bawumia speaking over there. So a very loaded Daily Graphic, obviously with a big story from the weekend till yesterday over the owner and founder of
Ghana,
of our country, our beloved country, Ghana.
Yeah,
I'll give you more details of that later.
Yes, we should. So many people having different perspectives and different, thoughts to share on this matter since the president spoke, But yes, we'll go deeper into the story later. The Ghanaian Times says, President salutes founding fathers for sacrifices, resilience, tenacity of purpose, continuing to inspire Ghanaians. Okay. It says here, adopt mindset of possibilities. Bawumia is speaking here. Don't vote skirt and blouse, Mahama is advising. And we have in Paris 2024, Azamati and Samino failed to shine in men's 100 meters. And just to say that they actually did their very best, honestly. If you understand what it means for in 1 second in 100 meters, 1 second is not a joke. You see the difference between the first and the second.
Charlie?
The first and the second is 5/1000th of a second. Yeah. Hey. It's very well, though.
Sharon, no easy. 10 seconds. So who said Bolt? No.
Yeah.
The guy was. Which is the fastest, fire or light?
Light.
Which is
no. You mean sound or light?
Yeah, sound or light.
Light. Light is faster.
So what, he's light?
Well,
but have you seen his latest pictures? Retirement.
Breed,
his belly is now bigger than.
Yeah, no. Their life, no. He's enjoying their life.
No. The guy is fast.
Yeah.
Fast.
Yeah. We can take it for granted when you see someone like you're saying, until you realize that the people that finish the race. They crossed the line from the first to the second was all in less than a second.
Yeah, it's good they have all these machines and all that.
It's so important. There's no way you
if not, Charlie, by the time people leave the Olympics, blows and things.
By the way, those who love history and are very nostalgic, those who loved Carl Lewis, guess what? Carl Lewis won gold in 1988. I watched that games. I was a kid, but I watched those games.
How old were you again?
That was the Seoul Olympics.
No, why are you running away from my question?
How old am I? I'm 51. It's okay.
Wait,
I don't hide it. No, I don't hide it. It's okay.
No way.
He won gold, and his speed was 9.92.
Wow.
Okay, and he won gold. Guess who? The one who came last this year.
Was a 9.92?
9.91. and he came last.
No, you know, with sports and these things,
it's amazing.
The timing is the real
we keep
thing.
Improving.
You know,
human beings keep stretching
keep
the limit.
stretching the atmosphere, because the air and everything contributes to the pace, your style of running,
and even you
so
know
many things.
The tracks that we have.
Yeah,
tracks are faster now. With the spikes they're using, the shoes they're using, their lighter shoes. Everything's
you know. But years later, they'll come and change everything and say the tracks, somebody's cheating. You know, the world keeps going around in all sorts. Something that is okay today or wasn't okay years ago. Look at even the issue with the boxing. The lady whose testosterone was high, and was still allowed to go through, and they're back. You know, I think they shouldn't have made a fight against, because if it's higher, you're more male dominated.
Like you have more advantage.
Yeah, and then one punch, the lady was like, no, I'm not going to do it. You can't come back. I can't keep myself.
I'm not coming to keep myself in this ring.
Went out. So there's a lot of changes, you know, every now and then. But it's interesting. You know, but Charlie, we want to bring a medal home.
Oh.
But I'm not sure we will.
We have to do what we need to do in Ghana, which is, first of all, have you seen Kanishi Sports Complex? Have you seen Kanishi Sports Complex?
Oh, Master, if you are coming to talk about complexes, forget.
I'm just saying that
they won't do anything.
Our facilities, our training, it's mastered
from all the way from the bottom.
Do you see? Where are the people going to run? Where are people training? Where are the competitions?
I don't think
do you understand?
They see the
Where
seriousness
are the competition?
in it.
You see, we were like, we want to wave a magic wand.
And then win. And then we still say we're a football nation?
It's a joke.
How?
It's a joke.
Or we think it's by mouth. Anyway, the new finder composite index of GSC gained 17.35%, since year-to-date gained to 43.56% in July. And then still with the new finder, gold rakes in $5 billion in 6 months. And then Fitch affirms Ghana as restrictive default over outstanding Eurobonds default. And a very interesting one from Pastor Dr. Otabil. He says, stay away from alcohol, drugs, pornography, and other vices. If you hear here.
It's advising who?
The youth, of course.
Okay. No, I'm just curious as to where he was when he said this.
Let me read it for you quickly. Pastor Dr. Somebody on the set has walked off after that advice.
Oh, the advice is too strong, eh?
He can't handle it. Pastor Dr. Mesa Otabil, the founder and general overseer of the International Central Gospel Church, has called on the youth to abandon detrimental habits that hinder their progress. He made this appeal during the final day of the 5-day Greater Works Conference held at ICGC Christ Temple in Accra. In a stirring message, Pastor Dr. Otabil urged the youth to stay away from alcohol, drugs, pornography, and other vices. He emphasized the importance of strategic thinking as critical for the progress of the youth. So definitely towards the youth.
No, I think I 100% agree with him, you know, because at the end of the day, a lot of people either end up having their lives running on a treadmill. You know, treadmill, you are, a lot of energy is expended. You appear to be making progress, but in reality, you've not moved from where you are running. You're in the same room, same place. I mean, nothing has changed, but a lot of effort has been expended. You know, and that's how a lot of people's lives have become. The Chronicle, these are the headlines on the front page. It says here, it's been the greatest honor to serve as president, Akufo-Addo tells Ghanaians. Gold exports to hit a record $10 billion by the end of 2024. And we have generate ideas to drive Ghana's future. Baumia urges Ghanaians, and we will continue to keep the lights on, Herbert Krapper assures as he visits power plants. And today we have a scripture. It's Isaiah 41 verse 10. So do not fear, for I am with you. Do not be dismayed, for I am your God.
He is indeed with us, isn't he? Now, on the Krapper thing, yesterday I didn't have lights. This morning, when I was about to take out my clothes to wear, my lights went off. So I was like, hey, Radhi, how am I going to iron my clothes? So and then it came back on again.
So wait, this assurance he's giving, he's assuring who?
All of us, isn't it?
No, because you see, the assurances and the advice, no. We have to know where it's coming, who is this targeted at, because you can't be in your house and having light off, and then he's standing at the power plant saying that, oh, light will not go off?
Well,
was it maintenance?
I don't know whether it was a local fault or what it was. I mean, I had to come to work, so I
yeah.
just moved on with my life.
Yeah.
But when I was leaving, I'd come on again.
Okay.
So I have my clothes for CNR in the car to iron it here.
Oh, wow.
Because I had to leave.
Yeah,
Anyway, the daybreak back with Akufo-Addo. He says, peaceful election in December, my last challenge, Akufo-Addo. And then Mahama CPP fight, Akufo-Addo over Kwame Nkrumah. And then still with a daybreak, regional town halls exhibitions start today. We'll be carrying this live on ChannelOne TV, so you won't want to stay tuned. Okay.
The Daily Guide says MPP launches manifesto August 18th. Okay. I have done my best, Nana Adudanko is speaking. We'll have constant electricity supply, Herbert Crapper. There, Mike Okwe Jr. assists 570 WASI students, and we have gold exports to hit $10 billion by the end of 2024. Martin A.C., the one speaking. And let's stick to our founding fathers' ideals. And that's Dr. Baumia speaking there. That's what we have for the front page of the Daily Guide.
Okay, let me take you to the BNFT. Auditor General's report exposes $145 million ECG meter procurement, meter procurement irregularities. And then also GSE rally set to extend through year-end. Still with BNFT, Shippers Authority gains new powers to regulate commercial shipping sector. And our good friends, Leshego profit up 223% in first half. Right, so that's it. So let me give you quickly, if you permit me.
Please go ahead.
There is a story to do with the Auditor General. It's on the third page of the BNFT. It says Electricity Company of Ghana, ECG, signed 50 contracts worth $145 million to procure 862,750 meters between 2016 and 2021 without adhering to Public Procurement Act, an Auditor General's report has shown. The performance audit on management of meters revealed that the utility company bypassed required competitive tendering processes, opting instead for restrictive tendering without proper justification. Quote, ECG did not take steps to explore the possibility of getting meters of the same specifications at lower prices from manufacturers other than the ones in their database, the report states, highlighting a lack of value for money considerations. So that's what you have with the Auditor General exposing $145 million. That's a lot.
Goodness gracious.
How much is the one district, no, the hospitals they are building?
The 111?
Yeah.
The 111?
The Agenda 111. Do I even remember the cost?
No,
anyway, so this is from that.
Wow. Now, you know, we're talking earlier about the Ghana and our medals and where have all our laurels gone. You know, Ambassador Kwaku, this is on the back page of the Daily Guide, there's a story here. It says Ambassador Kwaku weeps for Ghana's sport. Now, Ambassador Kwaku, if you know him, is a former boxing federation president and somebody who was champion Ghanaian sports for many, many, many years. Now, Ambassador Ray Kwaku has expressed grave worry following the country's dwindling fortunes in sports, particularly boxing. Now, Ghana, once a powerhouse in boxing, not only on the continent but across the globe, has failed to live up to that status. Now, a situation which has raised eyebrows in the boxing fraternity. Now, the question the former boxing boss and Black Stars management member is asking, while less fancied sporting countries like Mozambique, Namibia, Equatorial Guinea are improving by the years, the same cannot be said about Ghana. To him, Ghana has lost its shine and appeal in the last few years, citing low representation of sporting disciplines in the ongoing Paris Olympics as a typical example. As a result, the Goodwill Sports Ambassador is calling for a total overhaul of sports in the country. Yeah, and the story is there. You can go look at the back page of the Daily
But like
Guide.
you said, I think we all know what to do, but we are not doing it.
It's the will, the leadership will to say that we are going to go in this direction. Let's do this. You see, I believe that we can't spread ourselves thin, but there are some low-hanging fruits in terms of sports that we can choose and focus on and put a lot of effort and energy into those ones.
Good with boxing and football.
Yes.
If nothing at all, those two we should concentrate.
But
now even boxing the Olympics.
But you know we've done well in the past with tennis.
Lawn
tennis. Okay. Lawn tennis. We've done well in the past with lawn tennis. We've also done well. We had guys competing in the long jump and other events.
Well,
but you see, all these people happen to ply their trade outside of Ghana because they were in school. They were doing the current Ghana Olympic Committee. It's not the current. He's what's his name? Dr. Francis.
I don't remember.
Yeah, he was a former champion for Ghana. You know, so I'm just saying that in many ways, Francis Dodo, I think Francis Dodo, that's his name. Yeah, you know, it's important for us to be deliberate because people are deliberate. People don't just show up Jamaica. You see Kishan Thompson, he's about to edge out Noah Lyles, and it's like it just happened. No, there's a whole college of training and a system, you know. And Kishan is what, 22, 23. So definitely he has like 3 Olympics left in him. Yeah. You know, so we need to be serious.
Anyway, the results is a reflection of the kind of people we are.
Yeah,
so that's
absolutely.
Let me bring you the big story that has been, you know, is being in the news or being discussed everywhere since I believe Saturday. Or
since Saturday.
So
since Saturday.
Having to do with who the real founder or founders of Ghana are. So depending on which side of the debate you have, you bring the apostrophe. So Nkrumah Not So Nation's founder, Akufo-Addo, stirs debate, and then also Mahama saying they'll resist any attempt to rewrite the country's history. So page 3 talks about Nanado's own, which this is a daily graphic, which says President Akufo-Addo reignited the controversy over the founding of Ghana as a nation, arguing that, quote, the struggle for our nation's freedom was a collective effort spanning several generations, unquote. He consequently stated his complete rejection of any theory that projected and credited Ghana's first president, Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, as a founder of the nation. Bad governance expert Professor Bafo Jimandria has expressed concern over the controversy surrounding Ghana's founders. I think, quote, our president is needlessly stirring up controversy. Politicians don't write the history, they make history, he said, unquote. The president still, however, acknowledged Kwame Nkrumah as undoubtedly a major actor and one with charismatic visionary leadership, unquote, in the final lap of Ghana's journey to independence. So let's see what former President Mahama said or reacted, you know. Now, he says the National Democratic Congress will resist attempts by the ruling NPP to rewrite the nation's political history, former President John Dramani Mahama has said. This was in response to President Akufo-Addo's address on the commemoration of this year's Founders' Day in Accra, where he said no single individual founded Ghana. The former president, however, said that although founding the nation required the efforts of many, there was that one individual who sacrificed his energies towards the attainment of independence. He said Dr. Kwame Nkrumah was that one who gave that critical spark in the independence struggles, resulting in its attainment. Hence, he was the founder of Ghana. Mr. Mahama, who is the flag bearer of the NDC, was addressing a Derby of chiefs and people at Yaragabisi in the Bolkatanga East constituency in the Upper East region last Sunday. So, depending on where you stand, you know the founder or founders. Do we have a founder or founders? So I should. Okay, I will drop my question.
No, the question is fine. It's a fair question. I mean, I think that for me, a simple way to look at it is to say that everybody stands on the shoulders of somebody before him.
Yeah.
Right. And that's when you look at a story building, okay, every ceiling in the building is the floor of the next building, is the ground of the next floor above you. Every ceiling. So it's a ceiling, but it's still a floor for another floor as you go higher. Right. So for me, the fact that he was the first president, okay, means that even if he's not the sole person as the founder of the country, he's the founding president. In terms of presidencies, he's the founding president.
Well, that's not the discussion. Why are you
what's the discussion?
playing this?
What's the discussion?
Who was the founder of Ghana?
What does it mean? Define founder.
Who?
Then we can understand where we are standing.
Don't tell me today. You don't know what founder means. Stop it.
No.
I think that, all of them were critical in Ghana becoming what it is. You know, we had the six. Is it six or? Six.
No, 5 plus
Nkrumah. So we had the 5 who started. At least I'm going by what history taught us and what my parents taught me. The 5 of them started a struggle. And then Nkrumah put in all his effort and completed it. So all of them are, but who stands tall among all of them is Kwame Nkrumah. That is what I read. That is what I studied.
That is why we say in Latin, primus inter pares.
Exactly. There's always that one person, who emerges as the lead, in all. And that's, to me, was Kwame Nkrumah. But I think the most important thing of all this discussion, and I think we are just going around, who is really, is learning from these people what they stood for, what they offered. And in this case, Kwame Nkrumah, who wanted to move Ghana to that level, to compete with the West or whoever, to make Ghana the leader of Africa and all that. And the excellence he was pushing for us to rather take these key points and build. I mean, in the future, like the political guy said, leaders or politicians make history. What would you be remembered for? What did you build? What did you offer your country? That is what our children's children will come and talk about. And that's the most important thing. To build Ghana, to get to the point that one day our children will be proud of us. Instead of all this, who found it, but what does it change, really? If we say who this did, that did, that. So I mean, that's somebody advised me,
somebody advised me, one pastor advised me maybe about 10 years ago. He said, nobody ever wins 100 meters by looking behind him. Okay, and he said, then he also added, nobody ever drives successfully from point A to point B by staring in the rearview mirror. So staring in the past and always fumbling and dealing, trying to dig up the past and figure out the past and all that, it's not the way to move forward. Let's look ahead of us. We can pick the lessons and let's go forward.
And move. Everything is just going down, not just in Ghana, across, the world. What can we do to change that, situation, to change the narrative? That should be our concern.
Our focus. So, good. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Well.